Yeah. First, we're going to discuss about arrays concept. Now, listen here, all of you, very carefully. If I want to store 5 integer values, what I need to do? Like I want to take common, int A, int B, C, D, E. Like this, we have to take. If I want to store 10 integer values in the sense F, G, H, I, like this, we need to take 10 variables. Am I right? If I want to store 100 in the sense 100 variable names, we need to take 100 variable values, 100 values we need to pass into this 100 variables. Am I right? That is a bit hectic for us to create those number of variables and pass the values to that variable. Other than doing this, to pass the multiple values into the same variable name, other than creating many variable names, we are creating one variable name, and we can pass many values into it. We can pass many values into it with the help of arrays. Clear, all of you? Now, I'm taking my A variable. I want to store 5 variables, 5 values in the sense I can able to take like this. So my A is having a capability of storing how many values here?
5 values.
10 value store is called under?
10.
100 and
100.
So 100 variable names you are not passing, right? Now see, as of now I'm taking an example of 5. Now listen here. So you people know that A is a variable of type. Which data type it is?
Integer.
So A is a variable of type integer, or else A is an array of type integer, and it will store 5 integer values. Okay? Array index always starts with 0 and ends with size minus 1. What is the size of an array? That is 5. 5 minus 1. Okay? So 0 is calling as lower boundary, and 5 minus 1, that is 5 minus 1, that is equal to 4. That is what we are calling as upper boundary. Clear?
Okay.
Lower boundary and upper boundary, 0 and 4. Now listen here, a of 0 is equal to, I'm passing as 1, a of 1 is equal to, I'm passing as 2, a of 2 is equal to passing as 3, and a of 3 is equal to passing as 4, a of 4 is equal to I'm passing as 5. Clear? Like this we can able to pass different values into this and see how many values we have stored as of now. 5 values, the index with 0 to 4. Clear? Now if you want to display 5 values, in the sense we need to use console.writeLine of a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. Using 5 times console.writeLine is better, or else only using one time for loop is better?
Yeah, one time.
One time for loop is better, because for int I is equal to 0, I less than 5 will take, and I plus plus. So console.writeLine of a of I. See, what I'm trying to do is I is equal to 0 I'm taking. I less than 5. Okay? I plus plus. Clear? Instead of it, I'm taking console.writeLine of a of I. What is the I value first?
1.
0.
0 first.
A of 0, I will be replaced with 0. What is the A of 0?
1.
Again I value will be plus plus, so I value will become as 1. A of 1 is 2. Again
2.
A of 2, A of 3, A of 4, we are retrieving all the values and we are displaying over there. Clear? అర్థమైందమ్మా?
Yeah, అర్థమైంది.
Shall we see the example of it?
Sure.
Yeah. Basic project I have created for you people on this class. Now listen, all of you. I'm just opening this, and here what I'm doing is, here I'm taking int of a is equal to new int of 5. Okay, here itself we can able to pass 1 2 3 4 5. Now listen here, I'm just taking for loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, and here I'm taking console dot write line of a of I. Clear all of you? Now I'm just trying to run this. Here we're going to show a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4 and a of 5 values. Clear all of you? అర్థమైందా?
Yeah, అర్థమైంది.
Yeah. Now tell me, if I want to store 10, what is the disadvantage of this program? Anyone of you can tell me? Need to think actually. As a developer, that is most important. How many times I'll execute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only will show, right? అర్థమైందా?
Yeah, అర్థమైంది. But okay.
How many times I'm executing, the values of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only will give. I need to ask the user to enter the values from runtime.
Okay.
Array 5 values, whatever the 5 values are there, I need to ask the user to enter from runtime, right?
Correct.
That is a disadvantage. Okay. Now listen here, all of you, very carefully. I'm just removing it. Okay. అర్థమవుతుందా? Now I'm asking the user console.writeLine, please enter 5 integer values. అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా? Now here I'm just looping it again for int I is equal to 0, I less than 5. How to read the value of integers? Convert dot 2 in 32 of console dot readLine. Now, now see, whatever the values you are reading, that values I'm passing to A array, and whatever the values that are there in the A array, I'm reading it and I'm displaying over here. Clear? Now listen. It is asking us to enter 5 integer values. నేను 20.5 ఇవ్వచ్చా ఇక్కడ?
20.5 is integer, right? లేదు.
No.
Because that is a integer values. I'm asking integer values, correct? See, whatever the values we are entered from 10 to 80, it is displayed here. Clear? Now, tell me all of you, I just want to perform the integer sum. Whatever the values you are entering here, I just want to perform the sum. So sum perform చేయాలంటే ఇలా తీసుకోవచ్చు కదా, into sum is equal to 0. Sum is equal to sum plus I, a of I, correct? అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా?
Yeah.
Okay, console dot write line of sum. What will happen? Tell me here, all of you. First, what is the value of sum? Here, suppose the example that you are giving us 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 ఇచ్చారు అనుకోండి. Okay, na? So, what is the value of first a of 0? 10. Sum లో 0 ఉంది, 0 plus 10 అంటే ఎంత? 10. Again, a of 1 అంటే ఎంత? 20. 10 plus 20 ఎంత? 30. Okay, na? 30 plus 30, 60. 60 plus 40, 100. 100 plus 50, 150. Clear? So in the outside of it, I mean console.writeLine of sum, it will going to display as 150. See here, all of you. Tell me again, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. See, 150 came, right? Like this, we can able to display the values with the help of arrays. We can able to read many values, and we can able to read from our output screen, or else we can able to statically enter the values in the place of array, and we can able to read the values, and we can able to sum the values, and all the things we can able to perform with the help of this arrays. Take the screenshot of this, make it fast, all of you, so that we'll see the other example. Completed? Completed, all of you?
Yeah, completed.
Yeah. Shall we see other example now?
Yeah.
Whatever the types of arrays we have seen, that array we will be calling as a one-dimensional array. Okay, one-dimensional array. Now we will going to discuss about two-dimensional array. Okay, fine, all of you. We're going to see about two-dimensional array. Now, see, I have a values like this: 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8, and how many rows are there?
3.
How many columns are there?
3.
So each and every time the row index will starts with 0 and column also starts with 0. This is 0, 0, am I right?
Yeah.
Row 0, row 1, row 2, column 0, column 1, column 2. Right? How to get the 5? Tell me, anyone of you? Which column it is? Which row it is? First row?
Second row.
Yeah.
Row,
Second
sorry.
row అంటే ఏంటమ్మా ఇండెక్స్ వైజ్ గా -1 చేసుకోవాలి. So
Yeah.
2 minus 1, 1. How, which column it is? Second column actually. Second 2 minus 1 is what?
1.
Now you people tell me what is 9?
2, 2.
2 అంటే ఏంటమ్మా 0, 1, 2. Yeah. 2 itself you already performed the minus. Correct.
Yeah.
Good. Now how to get the 3? Make it fast. Correct.
0.
Now tell me 7 ఎలా వస్తుంది? Right? Second row and 0th column. Correct? Now shall we see the example of it now? Okay. Now listen. I want int of ఒకవేళ మనం 2 dimensional array తో వర్క్ చేయాలంటే ఇక్కడ కామా అని పెట్టుకోవాలి. int of a is equal to new int of how many rows we want? 3, 3 rows and 3 columns we want, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9. Okay na?
ఓకే ఓకే అక్కడ కామా ఎందుకు పెట్టాము?
ఇక్కడ 3 rows ఉన్నాయి కదా, అంటే రోస్ కాలమ్స్ కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ 3, 3 ఉంది కదా, ఇక్కడ ఏం మెన్షన్ చేయము, ఒక కామా అయితే మ్యాండేటరీ. 2 dimensional array ఉంటే the syntax itself it is having the comma. Okay na?
Okay.
Yeah. Listen here all of you very carefully. The looping is also a bit difficult here. First loop for rows and second loop for columns. Okay na? Int I is equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. J is equal to 0, J less than 3, J plus plus. See, I'll explain you. Console dot write of. First I'll write the code, after that I'll explain it. Okay.
Okay.
Now listen. What is the value of I first? 0. Oh no? What is the value of J?
0.
0, 0 అంటే ఏంటమ్మా 1 కదా. ఇక్కడ చూడండి మీరే కావాలంటే. What is the value of 0, 0?
1.
ఇక్కడ మనం ఇది కూడా ఫిల్ చేద్దాం టోటల్ గా. How to get the value of this? 0, 1, right? How to get the 4?
1, 0.
How to get the value of this?
1, 2.
How to get the value of this?
2, 1.
Now listen here very carefully. What is the value of 0, 0? That is 1 we have displayed. అవునా? So మళ్ళీ ఈ ఫర్ లూప్ ఏమవుతుంది? ఇంక్రిమెంట్ అయ్యి J వాల్యూ విల్ బి 1. 0, 1 అంటే ఏంటి?
2.
అగైన్ J వాల్యూ విల్ బి ఇంక్రిమెంట్ టు 2. 0, 2 అంటే ఏంటి?
3.
సో మళ్ళీ J వాల్యూ 3 అయింది అనుకో, ఈ కండిషన్ ఫెయిల్ అవుతుందా కాదా? Fail, right? So at that time it will happen what? The value of I would be 0, it will become as 1. J value would be starts with 0 again. So 1, 0 means what?
4.
Again 1, 1 means what? 5. 1, 2 is what? 6. Okay. Again the value of I will become as 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. So 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2 in the set 7, 8, 9. So it will going to display the values accordingly. అర్థమైందా? ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉందా ఇక్కడ?
Should we only take ing or any variable?
Come again, Amshi.
ఇక్కడ J ఒకటి తీసుకోవచ్చా లేకుంటే వేరే ఏ వేరియబుల్స్ అని తీసుకోవచ్చా?
ఇక్కడ నువ్వు నేను జయంతి తీసుకో, ఇక్కడ కళ్యాణి కూడా తీసుకో.
ఓకే.
దట్ ఈస్ యువర్ విష్. వేరియబుల్ నేమ్స్ అన్నవి మనం ఏదైనా తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకేనా? నువ్వు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తావు అంటే ఒకటి ఏబిసి, ఒకటి XYZ అని తీసుకో.
ఓకే.
నెక్స్ట్ టైం మళ్ళీ ఇదే ప్రోగ్రామ్ ని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయి, ఒకసారి KX అని కూడా తీసుకో, ఒకసారి AZ అని కూడా తీసుకో. 3 times ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయి విత్ దీస్ వాల్యూస్. బికాస్ వేరియబుల్ నేమ్స్ ఆర్ యూజర్ డిఫైన్డ్. యూ కెన్ యూజ్ విచ్ ఎవర్ యూ వాంట్.
Okay.
That is a problem with the people, you know. Exam లో రాసినప్పుడు ఐజే అని ఐ అనేది కనపడతలేదు అని చూస్తారు కానీ ఐ అనేది యూజర్ డిఫైన్ అనేది ఎవరికి తెలియదు బేసికల్లీ. నైస్ క్వశ్చన్.
Yeah, that's what
యూనో
I thought.
యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫర్ లూప్ లో ఐ అనేది తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరమే లేదు. నువ్వు ఫర్ లూప్ లో లైక్ కమిన్ యూనో యూ టేక్ వంశీ, నో ప్రాబ్లం, నో వన్ విల్ స్టాప్ యూ.
Okay.
ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ యూజర్ డిఫైన్ వేరియబుల్ నేమ్. యూజర్ డిఫైన్డ్ అంటే నీకు ఇష్టం వచ్చింది నువ్వే రాసుకోవచ్చు, నువ్వే యూజర్ ఇప్పుడు దీనికి.
Okay.
Okay, take the screenshot of it.
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah. Now we will see the disadvantages of arrays. Okay. Now like this, we have two types of arrays. One is one-dimensional array and one is two-dimensional array. We're going to see the disadvantages of arrays. Disadvantages of arrays. Now see, I'm taking an array like this. Okay. Now by seeing this syntax, you people think that any disadvantages with this syntax wise ga chuste emana disadvantage anpistunda? See what I told you, A is an array of type integer, it will take 5 values అని చెప్పాను, రైట్? ఒకవేళ నేను రేపు 7 వాల్యూస్ పాస్ చేయాలంట కోడ్ మార్చాల్సి ఉంది కదా. Suppose the example that I'm starting an organization, I thought that I have 2 projects. To complete the 2 projects, I need to recruit 100 employees. Well and fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. అక్కడ మనం డిక్లేర్ చేయాల్సిన నెస్టియల్ లేదు కదా, లీవ్ ఇట్.
No, we have to pass the size of an array. That is mandatory. Okay. Suppose the example that I thought I need 100 employees to complete my project. So 100 employees I have recruited. I have given a size of my array as like this. Tomorrow, like the projects is coming more because of my deliverables of my project is good. So when I got 2 more projects, I need to increase the size of an employees to 200. అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి, కోడ్ మోడిఫై చేసి 200 పెట్టాలి కదా. Day after tomorrow, when some issues would be there, projects are totally lost, and I need to remove the people every day, like 200 to 190, 190 to 180 till 20 people వరకు నేను మెయింటైన్ చేయాలనుకున్నాను. Every month I have to remove the 10 people అనుకున్నాను. So every month you need to change the code, right? So అలా మనం కోడ్ చేంజ్ చేస్తూ ఉండడం అనేది అసలు స్టాండర్డ్ కాదనమాట. నో క్లయింట్ విల్ యాక్సెప్ట్ దట్. వన్స్ ఒకసారి మనం క్లయింట్ కి కోడ్ ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత we can't able to change the code at all. That need to be dynamic, that need to accept the values at runtime. So anyhow in the array we need to pass the values like this, we need to give the size mandatorily. So there is a restriction that you need to take like this values only, right? That is the reason, because of the size restriction, people will not going to be take. Because of the size restriction, people will not going to take the arrays. అర్థమవుతుందా?
Okay.
The next one is the array, whatever the array A would be there, right? It will going to take only integer values. Am I right?
Yeah, it's correct.
Suppose by mistakenly in the 200, by mistakenly one of my employees passed the name of this array as Kalyani.
String is not.
Yes. So string అనేది integer లో తీసుకుంటుందా? No, right? So at the time also the issue will become, the issue type is, the data type is a problem. Am I right? Data type is an issue.
Yeah.
So there are 2 major disadvantages with this. One is size problem, one is data type problem. To overcome, అర్థమైందా what are the 2 disadvantages of this? One is data type issue and one is size issue. To overcome 2 major disadvantages that are present in an arrays, we are using collections. In the collections, we don't have any size problem, we don't have any data type problem. Okay? We have different types of the collections in the collections are available in the .NET. Those are stack, queue, and array list and list and dictionary. Okay, list and dictionary. These 5 collections are available and these 5 collections are not having the disadvantages of size problem and data type problem. That is the reason most of the people in the market, whenever they're coding, they'll use these collections only. Okay, than working with arrays. Now listen here. Now listen here, we're going to start with the collections topic now. Before going to start with collection topic, you people need to have an idea on for each loop also. Okay. Now, to overcome the disadvantages of for loop, for loop, we are using for each loop. For loop లో ఉన్న problems ని overcome చేసుకోవడానికి we got the for each loop. అర్థమవుతుందా?
Yeah.
Now, what is the disadvantage of for loop? First, we need to know na. See, if I'm taking as I is equal to 0, I less than 100, I plus plus. How many times the loop will repeat?
100 times.
I want 1000 times అంటే నేను కోడ్ వచ్చి మళ్ళీ 1000 అని పెట్టుకోవాలి కదా. I want 20 times అంటే నేను కోడ్ వచ్చి మళ్ళీ 20 అని పెట్టుకోవాలి కదా. Who will change the values? This is not dynamic. అర్థమవుతుందా?
Yeah.
That the size is a problem here, right? We need to mention 0 and 20. In the software field, everything would need to be dynamic. We need not to enter the value statically in the code. To overcome this disadvantage that is present in a for loop, people are going to migrate to for each loop. అర్థమవుతుందా?
Okay.
Now listen here, how for each loop will work with this simple arrays syntax. We're going to see now. See, int of a is equal to new int of 5, new int of 5. In this one, I'm just entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now, I'm just taking for each loop, what is the data type of an array? Integer, am I right? Integer item in my array variable is a. Okay. Now, console.writeLine of item. Okay. Now, how it will work in the sense, what are the values that are available in an array? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So first value of array is what? 1, right? The value of 1 will be passed to item. We are displaying that item. The second, whenever the loop is repeating, automatically it moves from 1 to 2, it will display 2. Again, it will point to 3, will display 3. 4, 4, 5, 5. Whenever loop is repeat after 5, there is no values, right? If no values, it will just come outside of the for each loop. The for each loop will start from first value and it will iterate till the end of the value of that is present in an array. అర్థమవుతుందా?
Okay. అర్థమవుతుంది.
సో ఇప్పుడు నేను ఒకవేళ 10 వేసుకున్నాను అనుకో ఇక్కడ. సో ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ గివింగ్ అస్ 10 and here I'm giving us 6, 7, 8 and 9, 0. అలా తీసుకుంటే ఏమవుతుంది? ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫర్ మీ ఫర్ int i is equal to 0, i less than 5 నుంచి i less than 10 తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు కదా. సో ఇట్ స్టార్ట్స్ విత్ 1, it will iterate till the end of the array that is 0. అర్థమైందమ్మా? సో there is no ఇక్కడ మనం for each loop లో మనం చేంజ్ చేయడానికి అయితే ఏం లేదు కదా. So this is dynamic, right? Whenever you are taking for loop, suppose the example that earlier, if you are taking a for loop, we need to write like this: for int i is equal to 0, i less than 5. Now 10 values changes time I less than 10 and changes called, right? That is the problem of for loop. We have to change the values at runtime based on the size of an array. Okay. To overcome this disadvantage that is present in a for loop, we are using a for each loop. See, now if ఒకవేళ మనకి 15 అయినా కూడా size, it is not required you to change the for each loop, am I right? ఇప్పుడు ఏమైనా చేంజ్ చేసే అవసరం ఉందా మనకి for each loop లో? Not required. It will start from 0, it will iterate till end of the array that is here. Clear all of you? చైతు ఆమె పసుపు నొప్పినప్పుడు ఆమె బయట డిస్కనెక్టెడ్ మోడ్ ఉంది.
రాలేదా వచ్చింది.
అయిపోయింది. నాకు మెసేజ్ చేసినావా? అవును, రీఎస్టాబ్లిష్. హలో హలో. Yeah. Maybe some I lost your voice. I don't know why. Yeah, we'll continue now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, listen here, all of you, very carefully. Now, here I'm taking an integer array. That array would be having 15 values. Whenever if your array is also having 15 values, I'm not changing the for each loop. Am I right? If it is 20 values also, the same for each loop, I'm not changing anything here as well. Clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
That is the advantage of for each loop. Whenever you are taking a for loop, we have to change the size of the for loop. So that is to overcome that is advantages that are present in a for loop, we are using for each loop. Clear? Now, listen here, all of you, very carefully. Take the screenshot of this, make it fast.
So instead of using for loop, every time we can use for each, right?
Yes, maximum in the projects they use for each only.
But what if client says that
No, client and the chinna vein cheppadu nana. Based on our requirement, our comfortability only, whenever we are writing the code, we need to think which is the best loop, and so that you can able to move forward. Antegani like client at all won't say that, I mean, which is the best loop. Client akkada daaka elladu. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still any doubt, anyone of you?
Good.
Yeah, take the screenshot of it. Completed?
Yeah, it's complete.
Yeah. Now listen here, all of you, very carefully. We're going to discuss about other topic, that is stack and queue and all the things. Here we have discussed that to overcome the disadvantage that is present in an arrays, we are using a collection. Am I right? Now, the first collection is stack. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now, listen here, we're going to discuss about stack. Stack will follow first, last in, first out manner. Okay? Last in, first out manner. First out manner. Okay? Now, coming to queue, queue will follow first in, first out manner. First in, first out manner. Okay? Now, first in, first out in the sense, technically we can say that as FIFO format, and last in, first out manner in the sense, we can call it as LIFO. Okay? Now, why stack will follow last in, first out, and why queue will follow first in, first out would be a question. Am I right? Now listen why it would be, we're going to discuss. Now, in the stack, insertion and deletion both would be at same end. Okay, insertion and insertion in the sense it is a push, and deletion in the sense it's a pop. Okay, technically we'll call it as insertion, deletion, in the sense push and pop. So coming to the push and pop, both would be available at same end. Okay, suppose the example that you are pushing 10 will going to store here. Again you are pushing 20 will store here, and 10 will pass to here. Again, whenever you are passing 30 will going to store here, and 10 will going to store here. When I'm trying to pop, what is the first available item that is what is the first available item that is trying to delete? That is 30. Am I right?
30.
First available item into delete that is 30. Am I right? So 30 when you have inserted, last item only you have inserted as 30. First item that is trying to delete is what? 30. Correct. Last item inserted is 30. First item delete is also be 30. So last in would be first out. అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా?
So LIFO.
Exactly. Very good. That is what we are calling as LIFO. Correct? That's what I told you, right? Stack would be following LIFO format. Correct? Now we will going to see queue format. In the queue, push would be at one end and pop would be at other end. Okay? Suppose I'm pushing first as 10. Again I'm pushing as 20. Now I'm pushing 30. Now I'm trying to delete. What is the available item to delete first?
30.
First in, first out,
From here, right? No. From here it is deleting. What is the first available item is delete?
10.
10.
Yes. So what is the first item you have inserted here?
10.
10.
So what is the first item to delete?
10.
10.
So first in would be first out. Am I right? Fine. Take the screenshot of this. Completed?
Yes.
Now, tell me what are the disadvantages of this stack and queue? Either it would be following first in or last in.
But we can't do it automatically, manually.
It will not be possible middle of the item. Suppose 10, 30, 20 and ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఇలా ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి values like 40, 50. I just want to delete 50. 10 directly I want to delete 10. It is not possible, right? Middle of the items, and one more thing, I want to delete 3 values at a time. That is also be not possible.
Watch. Yeah.
To overcome these disadvantages that are present in a stack and queue, we are using other collections. Those are array list and dictionary collections. Okay. Clear? What you people do is today practice on the arrays and whatever we have discussed, that is one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array, disadvantages of for loop and how to overcome the disadvantages of the for loop with the help of for each loop, and what are the collections that are available, that is stack collection and queue collection, we have theoretically discussed. And coming to tomorrow, we will going to discuss about these 5 collections, and along with these 5 collections we're going to discuss on tomorrow's class, that is boxing and unboxing also. Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow class is most important. Please be available, all of you, on the time. And why I'm stopping now itself, in a sense, whatever the topics we are going to discuss on tomorrow, those will going to depend upon for loop and for each loop mostly. Okay. Practice the things most, and it would be helpful for you people to understand the next class. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Enough for today, and we'll continue on tomorrow. And Hansen, I'll share you the recording for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Jen?
నిన్న షేర్ చేసింది ఎంటీ ఫోల్డర్ అని చూపిస్తుంది నాకు. అది
ఏది నాన్న ఎంటీ ఫోల్డర్?
నిన్న అన్సర్ గారు షేర్ చేశారు కదా రికార్డ్, అది.
Yeah, నేను ఒకసారి తనతో డిస్కస్ చేసి లైక్ ఐ మీన్ I'll take the new recording from her. Okay.
ఇంకోటి మేడం, ఇవి పంపించరా అండి అంటే ఊర్లే మేము అంటే ఏ రోజు క్లాస్ అది కొంచెం అంటే మేము చదువుకోవడానికి ఉంటుంది కదా, అంటే వాట్ ఈస్ ద క్లాస్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆబ్జెక్ట్,
That's
వాట్
what
ఈస్ ద
I'm,
అరే లైక్.
yeah, that's what I'm asking you people to take the screenshots.
ఓకే
So the screenshot would be helpful for you to go ahead.
ఓకే
Okay.
ఓకే
Yeah. Enough for today, and we'll continue on tomorrow. Please practice. Don't forget. Okay.
ఓకే షూర్.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Yeah.